So recently there's been a growing trend of online commentary claiming that Doctor Who has gone woke or gotten political in recent years. But here's the thing that confuses me. It has always been that way, so what's changed?
So woke now.
The woke stuff.
Woke as fuck.
Feminist and woke political themes.
Woke social issues.
Progressive intersectional lectures.
Identity politics.
Political correct message.
They love their politics.
So David Tennant as Doctor Who should go back into the past, find out where woke came from and stamp it out immediately.
Since the revival of Doctor Who in 2005, the show has never shied away from exploring political and social issues. In fact, you could argue that politics is part of the show's DNA. During the 9th Doctor's run, the show used a metaphor of an alien invasion to explore the themes of corruption and government manipulation. In the 10th Doctor episode Midnight, the Doctor and a group of passengers on a shuttle bus become trapped and face a mysterious threat from outside. As tensions rise, the passengers eventually turn on the Doctor, accusing him of being the threat. This is an amazing episode, by the way, but it basically explores the themes of mob mentality and the dangers of it, showing how fear and suspicion can quickly turn people against one another, often for no good reason. And in Oxygen, a 12th Doctor episode, the story explores extreme capitalism and worker exploitation. The Doctor and his companions arrive at a space station where the crew is forced to wear suits that monitor their oxygen levels and charge them for every breath of air. This episode critiques corporate greed and the commodification of basic human needs such as air and water. Even if it's done in an exaggerated sci-fi way, it's still being political and it's still exploring those themes.
The end point of capitalism.
And even before the 2005 revival, politics and social commentary was still a big part of Doctor Who. Classic episodes like the Silurians and the Happiness Patrol tackled important issues such as war, prejudice, and government oppression. The Silurians, which aired in 1970, deals with themes of war and prejudice. During the episode, the Doctor tries to make peace between humans and a race of intelligent reptiles who lived on Earth before humans. Meanwhile, the Happiness Patrol, which aired in 1988, uses a metaphorical dystopian society to critique the policies of British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. And even earlier than those episodes, one of the first ever episodes of Doctor Who introduced the Daleks, which were and still are a clear metaphor for the Nazis, with their beliefs around racial purity and their mission to exterminate all other species. And the Daleks are arguably one of the most iconic aspects of the show throughout its history since the beginning and up till now. And these episodes are just a few examples of the many times Doctor Who has used its sci-fi lens to explore political and social issues. The current iteration of the show is simply following in the footsteps of its predecessors. Therefore, claims that the show has gone woke or gotten too political seem weird to me, as these kinds of messages and themes have always been a part of the show's legacy. There's also been a lot of complaints that the show's diverse casting is a new thing, done specifically to cater for certain modern audiences. However, since the show's revival, it has always had a diverse cast, with main members of the cast being people of different genders, ethnicities and sexualities. In fact, during the 2005 series, the show introduced a reoccurring pansexual character who was a friend of the Doctor. In 2005, this was kind of a big deal at the time, and there have also been complaints from people claiming that actors like Jodie Whittaker and Ncuti Gatwa were only cast as the Doctor as part of the BBC's politically motivated diversity hires. And these recent complaints really beg the question, why does this casting and these political and social issues only become a problem now? When does it stop being hiring good actors? And when does it start being what these people consider political diversity casting? Is it as soon as it's the lead role? As soon as the Doctor themselves is played by a woman or black man? Why? Or I don't know, maybe you are someone who has no problem with the casting. You just don't like the political themes. Then perhaps it's worth considering whether the real issue is not with the show's political storylines, but rather with the quality of the writing. If certain viewers are unhappy with the current scripts for the show, maybe they should just say that. rather than blaming it on casting decisions or politics. Critiquing the writing quality is a valid criticism, but blaming the show's supposed wokeness is not a productive or fair criticism of a show that has always been political and socially conscious. It's important to acknowledge that not everyone will agree with the political leanings of a particular episode or storyline. That's okay. However, it's important to recognise that Doctor Who has always been a show that uses science fiction to explore these kinds of issues. If a particular storyline doesn't resonate with you, that makes sense. Not every episode will be for every viewer. Instead of dismissing the show as too political or woke, it's worth considering whether your own beliefs and perspectives might be influencing your reaction to the show's storylines. It's okay to have different beliefs and opinions, but that's not the fault of the show or its creators. Now, let me make one thing clear. I personally believe it's completely fine to openly express your critique for a show. If you don't like where it's headed, if you don't like the casting or the stories, that's completely fair. But despite your beliefs or opinions about the show, one thing that is not okay is spreading unnecessary negativity aimed towards people who disagree with you. On social media, I have seen posts from people expressing their love for recent eras of the show, their love for the 13th Doctor, and their love for these storylines. I've also seen people going out of their way to spread hate, negativity and judgment towards those people who simply want to talk about something they love with other people who love it. It's important to remember that everyone is entitled to their own opinions and preferences, but spreading hate and negativity only serves to create a toxic environment and detract from any productive discussion or debate. We should strive to create a space where all opinions and all perspectives are respected and valued, and an online and social environment where people are free to love a TV show, even if not everyone feels the same way. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it. I've seen a lot of stuff about this lately, and I just wanted to talk about it for a moment. Whether you agree or disagree with what I have to say, or if you want to add anything, leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think. Thank you for watching. If the video gets any interesting comments, I might make a follow-up video and talk about it more. But yeah, thanks for watching. More videos soon.